If you've ever worked with your hands, this story is for you. Before the world went digital, men built their lives with steel and soil. Somewhere in America, an old machine is still working, because one man never quit.
Out here, the world wakes slowly. No alarms, no engines, no voices. Just the wind moving through the soil and the land waiting. Some mornings, the sky barely changes. Some mornings, nothing stirs but the earth beneath your boots. And yet, life begins here with one man and one machine. He wakes before the sun, coffee black in his cup, hands stiff from years of work, eyes tracing rows he knows by heart. He doesn't wake because someone calls him. He wakes because the land has always called him, because he has nowhere else to be. Behind the tractor rests a corn planter, not shiny, not new, but strong, stubborn, reliable. It has seen generations. His grandfather repaired it, his father drove it, and now he drives it. Every bolt, every lever, every scratch remembers hands that worked this land before him. He sets the planter down the first row. Slowly, deliberately, each seed is a promise. Not to the bank, not to anyone else, but to the land itself. Planting corn is not a race. It is meditation, rhythm, ritual, a quiet dialogue between man, machine, and soil. Sometimes he stops, just to look at the field, the sunlight catching the mist over the earth, the smell of soil and dew, the soft creak of the tractor's gears. And he remembers. He remembers when this land was new to him, walking behind his father, hand on the wheel, learning how to coax life from dirt. His father never said much, but every gesture, every nod, every line in the soil taught him more than words ever could. Back then, planting was hope. Now it is duty. And yet, hope still whispers in the soil. He remembers the seasons when the rain didn't come, when seeds failed, when neighbors gave up and sold their land, when the field stood empty and the wind carried only silence. He remembers the ache in his hands, the sting of the sun, the long nights worrying over tomorrow. And still, he stayed. The world has moved on. New tractors, new machines, new farmers. Some fields are sold, some left empty. But he stays. He stays because these rows are more than earth and seed. They are history, they are family, they are life itself. His hands ache, his back aches, his boots are worn through. Every inch of this land he has touched, every furrow he has carved, every seed he has nurtured. And still he moves row by row, patient and persistent. The planter moves steadily, dropping each seed into the soil with precision. He has seen the machine break down before. He has repaired it with his own hands, replacing bolts, tightening gears, coaxing stubborn metal back to life. The planter is alive in its own way. It carries the legacy of generations, and he knows it. Sometimes he thinks of his father, of the words he never said, of the lessons given without speaking, of the patience taught through work, not books. And he smiles quietly, alone, feeling the same wind that once brushed his father's face. One seed, one row, one field. To anyone else, it is dirt. To him, it is history, legacy, proof that someone stayed, proof that life can begin quietly, even when the world does not notice. He pauses, hands gripping the wheel, feeling the planter sink into the soil. He breathes deeply. He feels the rhythm of life beneath his fingertips. The earth moves slowly, like time itself, and he is part of that movement. Most people never see men like him. They never know the hours spent, the soil turned, the hope planted in silence. But the land remembers, the seeds remember, and the planter remembers every hand that touched it, every life it carried. He looks across the field, seeing the rows stretching into the horizon. The morning mist begins to lift. Sunlight glimmers off the soil. He feels a quiet satisfaction. No applause, no thanks. Just life moving forward, quietly, steadily, like it always should. Some men don't leave monuments. They leave life, row by row, and that is enough. He continues planting, row after row, season after season, because this is what it means to care, to stay, to be needed, even if no one sees it. And as the sun rises higher, warming the field, he knows the earth will remember him. The seeds will remember him. And the planter will always remember the hands that made it work. Some men do not seek glory. They seek purpose. And here, in this field, he has found it.
The world may forget his name, but the fields will never forget his work. This was not just a story about farming. This was a story about a man and the tool that carried his soul. In the end, it was never just a tool. It was a man's way of proving he was still needed. If you want to know the relationship between mankind and different tools, then stay with us in this journey and subscribe our channel, Man and His Tool.